Mr. President, today marks the 200th anniversary of the birth of one of this nation's finest leaders. Abraham Lincoln was born in 1809, destined for greatness, but with humble beginnings. It is remarkable and inspiring to study the life of Abraham Lincoln. And today is a fitting time to reflect on some of the lessons we can continue to learn from him, especially in light of the challenges that we are facing today. President Lincoln's rise to leadership was full of trials and setbacks, most of which would have deterred a lesser man, but not Abraham Lincoln. Throughout his lifetime, he was the picture of incomparable character, willing to put his ego aside for the greater good, committed to freedom for their generations, and a true believer that he was not superior to anyone. These traits may seem like words that are easy to put together, but to live your life by them is truly exemplary. It is especially remarkable in the face of adversity. It is said that trials don't build character, they simply reveal it. Well, President Lincoln served in the highest office of our country at one of the most tumultuous times in our history. His character was revealed time and time again, and Americans are still proud of his leadership and his vision. During Lincoln's presidency, our nation faced the gravest of challenges. We were at war amongst ourselves, and the consequences of leadership would go down in history. Either America would cease to exist, or we would survive, heal, and one day be stronger than ever. Abraham Lincoln made it possible for us to be here today as the United States of America. Today we face many overwhelming challenges. They are significant, but they are not nearly as dire as during the Civil War. We can work together to get out of this economic downturn. In 1862, Lincoln declared, "The bottom is out of the tub." It sort of feels that way today. All you have to do is to talk to people to realize the numbness that is permeating our country. Those who have lost jobs or homes are facing a painful reality. Most Americans are not sure what to do. If you're thinking about buying a home or a car, you think many times about it because of the uncertainty of our economy today. We have to do something here that will boost the confidence of Americans. They have become consumers again if we want to get this economy going. That means dealing with the underlying housing crisis that set off the bottom falling out of this tub. The other issue we have to remember is that the money that we spend today will have to be paid for by our children and our grandchildren. So each dollar that goes into this stimulus bill needs to be spent efficiently, and it needs to be far-reaching. Each dollar needs to go toward creating jobs and stimulating growth. That way we can recover from this deepening recession and continue to grow. Unfortunately, this so-called stimulus bill is not even close to ideal legislation. It will bury us in debt, reduce our creditworthiness as a nation, and only minimally stimulate the economy. It just doesn't speak to the opportunity that Abraham Lincoln knew was possible in this country. He once said, "There is no permanent class of hired laborers amongst us." 25 years ago, he said, "I was a hired laborer." Americans have a unique gift in this country. That gift is opportunity. The opportunity to grow, change course, and improve one's circumstances. One of the great freedoms we have here in America is the freedom to fail. Abraham Lincoln knew a lot about that freedom. He failed many times, but he knew also about the gift of opportunity, and he took advantage of it. We've seen the resilience and ingenuity of the American people throughout history. Our job is to do what we can to let that promise grow and not get in the way of that promise. I believe that the stimulus bill that we will vote on soon could have been vastly improved if it had been written from the beginning with Republicans and Democrats sitting down and being part of the process together. That is a lesson that we should take from President Lincoln. The political process can be messy and it can be petty. We should put our egos aside like Lincoln did when he brought his greatest rivals together into his cabinet. We should focus on the end goal being the good of our country, not groups that each of us are beholden to. And we should understand that there are no guarantees when it comes to the future of our country. We always have to work to protect what has been defended for more than 200 years. Lincoln reminded us, it is not merely for today, but for all time to come that we should perpetuate for our children's children this great and free government, which we have enjoyed all of our lives. If we ignore the consequences of our actions today, then we take for granted what is to come for the future of our great country. President Lincoln truly was a visionary. On this special day, we can't lose sight of the tremendous lessons of his lifetime. It is never too late for us to join together as Americans to create a better and a stronger future.